This contractor's trailer and staging area belongs to Florida Industrial Electric. This is one of our better contractor setups out here. Note the way the material is stacked by size underneath the trailer. The trailer is fastened to the concrete as it should be, with a double tie down both over the top and over the frame. Again, note how neatly he had stacked everything out of the way, out of harm's way. Size, what have you. He has a good sturdy platform to the rear. Keep it locked up. It's a very visible unit, but yet it's a workable unit. Pay particular attention to the way this trailer is anchored. This has a double tie-down system in accordance with Motor Division of Motor Vehicles, Florida and county. This trailer, being less than 24 feet wide, requires a double tie-down, one over the top and one right to the frame. Anything over 24 foot and over only requires a frame tie-down. They figure that the 24-foot and over side vehicles or trailers are stable enough where the wind won't take, they don't need the tie down over the top. Most of our trailers, if they are tied down, they're either tied down to the frame or tied down over the top, not both. Both of them do need to be in place to be legal. And again, I say that's in accordance with the Division of Motor Vehicles, Florida and county. This is the Florida Industrial Electrical Contractor's office trailer. It's located adjacent to his staging trailer. Note the facility numbers stating that it is a trailer. It gives its location on the base information guide. It's air conditioned. It's neat, well thought out. Mailbox in front. Trash receptacle. Ice machine. It's not a large office, but it's sufficient for his operations. He even has his electrical power going across ground in conduit over into this staging trailer where more or less his workshop is. He has power in there through that system. This is one of the better setup trailers, and probably the best at the Cape for contractors. His whole operation is neat, orderly, and well thought out. It's something we need to incorporate in our future contractors' operations. A few minutes, seconds. This contractor area belongs to McDowell. He too is an electrical contractor. This is definitely a situation we do not want, nor do we need on the Cape. Notice how he has everything thrown out there to dumped on the ground. The license plate you see on that van is a 1987. That's a last year registration. In fact, that van does not run. It has to be towed to the job. During the Wormington era, this man was moved out here and told to keep his place cleaned up or move out. Johnny Johnson says at the time when he started finding a place at the south gate, south of the south gate. This is another view of McDowell's staging area. The equipment seems to be strung from here and gone again. A lot of these vehicles he hasn't been moved in quite a while. Note the weeds and trees and brush that's grown up in front of this one pole truck is sitting under the launch ramp. It's been quite a while since that vehicle's been moved. I'm not sure it even operates. Okay. The truck you're looking at is a pole truck, combination line truck. It's evident it hasn't been running quite a while due to the weeds and brush that's growing up over it. Like I say, I've been told by one of his employees a lot of these vehicles have to be towed to the job. Evidently this one can't do anything once it gets there. Okay. We're presently located at Launch Complex 37B. This is a staging area. We're breaking down, actually, for the operation of Complex 40. A lot of this material has been here for months and months. A stack of cable reels, the lumber, the pallets, they've been here for I don't know how long. It looks like it's a disaster area already, but the trailers that we're looking at up here that belong to Frank J. Rooney, they weren't even affiliated from what I can gather with the 40 operation, Complex 40. They were told months ago that they had to be moved. They're not tied down. They're not secured. There's approximately 5 of them out here. If their storm came through here today, this would really be a disaster area. At one time when they first started the Complex 40 operation, 37A we're coming up on shortly was the sandblast and paint area. A lot of this steel is used for scaffolding or jacks, whatever, to sandblast and paint the new steel that went up on 40. In all fairness, the Complex 40 job is complete, and they're in the process of breaking down now, and they're moving their equipment to this area. But it's only a matter of time before a hurricane comes through here or some heavy winds, and we'll have a real problem. After all, we are in hurricane season as of the 1st of this month. You'll have to pardon the quality of the pictures being a little jerky. We are traveling with the camera in back of the truck. The contractor on this job, the major contractor, is Bechtel. Most of this equipment belongs to Bechtel. They were hired by Martin Marietta, from what I can gather. We've had our environmental people out here off and on monitoring the sandblast operations and also the painting operations. Make sure we don't have spills, lacquer thinners or thinners of whatever spilled into the ground or dumped on the ground. We also have had our corrosion control engineers check the sandblast operation, make sure they're not blasting any items with paint that has red lead in it that could contaminate the system. The area we're coming on now is area 37A. This is where most all of the blasting and painting was done in the start of the operation at 40. Like I said again, they blasted and painted most of the steel that was put into the gantry at 40 here and transported to Complex 40 and erected there. What we're looking at present are a stack of telephone poles that was used in the sandblast and painting operation. These are an item that definitely we're going to have to get out of here. It's an environmental problem, getting rid of these poles. You can't take them down to the dump and just get rid of them. They have to be trucked up north where they're chipped and disposed of up there. That's a very expensive item. And the Air Force definitely does not need to foot the bill for this cost. We need to make sure these poles are taken out of here by the contractor. What you're looking at now are sand hoppers deposited there by the contractor and, I presume, subcontractor painting crews to Bechtel. Here again, we'll have a lot of debris laying all over the place that is not secured. Have a truck with the engine out of it, or sitting in the bed of the truck. Tires. We have tractor trailer rigs that are not tied down. These items have been here for a month or two at least. There is no evidence of any work being done in this area for quite some time. Going the left now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and we'll try and come back, catch it on the other way around.
We're rolling right now.
This is another paint operation. They are in service at present. They were sandblasting here this morning. Here we have a possible contamination problem. But our environmental engineers have been on top of this area real close. They're making regular checks on it. Behind that blast wall, there's another group of paint drums and thinners and what have you. Skyline Painting Services seem to be the ones that are doing the work here. It's probably nothing to worry about, but these sand piles need to be checked for contaminants such as red lead and other items that might be harmful to the environment in the future. The equipment that you see on these blast horses, whatever you might call them, they were painted this morning. Looks like an organic zinc of some type. These sand hoppers have not been tied down. They are not secure. A hurricane would take them over in a heartbeat. What we're coming up on now is their more or less fuel staging area for the compressors and what have you. They definitely have an inadequate barrier of berm for their fuel. We need to come up with something different for a portable berm. The area we're coming on now is a staging area for their tools. They're bringing them here and sort them out so they can send them off the Cape. Okay, we've since moved to Launch Complex 40. The area we're looking at was the parking area where the construction crew were parking their vehicles when they came to work. We're at present this area is not as bad as it was. Counted somewhere between 12 and 15 cases of empty beer cans laying all over the place. Paper was knee deep back in the brush. There's still a lot of paper back in there. Found empty oil containers, plastic containers. Even found a place where somebody dumped the oil, changed oil in their vehicle. Some of the debris included an old bumper and a rear drive shaft out of an automobile laying back up in the brush that was thrown out from one of the vehicles. I guess this operation took place, the change out of those items took place at lunchtime or whenever. We still see a lot of beer, Coke cans, coffee cups, paper, oil containers laying on the ground. We just threw it on the ground. There's one beer can right up here by this Pontiac 1000. Most of the vehicles are gone now. Say the contractor is winding down and they're not utilizing as many people out here on the job as they were. So the problem isn't quite as bad as it has been in the past. Although they did come out, clean this up some time ago, and it was, but it is still a reoccurring problem that we seem to face every time I come through here. Again, we're photographing this from the bed of a moving truck, and it gets a little rough sometimes. The Busch beer can. Oil containers. Here we seem to have a nest of Budweiser beer cans. Seems to be another Budweiser beer can. More beer cans. It looks like they had a picnic here. As if somebody tore down some barrier post. It would have really helped some. These people made a habit of emptying these trash cans, but not letting them overfill. Wind will blow that stuff out of there also. Again, like I said, the major contractor on this operation is Bechtel. They're contracted by Martin Marietta. Started watering when I saw it. Well, that Miller Lite. At present, we're inside Complex 40, restricted area, inside the security fence. We'll be making the rounds of Complex 40, showing the construction site. At present, we're located just south of the VIB building. You're looking at the launch structure refurbishment area. This is where they bring the launch structures in after launch. They sandblast them, recoat them, and apply a Martite coating on them. It's a fireproof type coating. We have a number of small contractors working in this area. However, I do not know if they're all on this one project. A couple of these trailers are anchored properly in case of storm. However, majority of them are not. This trailer belongs to Ivy Steel Contractors, or Erectors. It's not anchored properly. This trailer is anchored properly. The contractor is unknown at this time. This trailer is anchored only over the top, nothing to the frame. This is precision mechanical. The vehicle we're looking at present is in question of being abandoned. Still has a valid license plate, but it doesn't look like it's been moved in quite some time. This vehicle belongs to Precision Mechanical Incorporated. Here again, these people are not ready for hurricanes, any type of a hurricane. Note the stacks of old pallets, loose debris. A lot of it's already blown into the weeds to my right, behind the camera. This trailer is not anchored properly. I take that back, it is too. Or semi-properly. This trailer is operated by Rush, but nobody seems to know when the last time that they did any work out here. Trying to get a handle on it and find out which or what they're doing, and if they're through, we need to get that trailer out of here. A lot of these contractors finish their contract and they just leave them here for storage. I hope this is not the case. That Rush trailer is only anchored by the frame and not over the top. The pictures you've just seen are some of the worst conditions we have out here in contractor related, and one of the best. I imagine the contractor, electrical contractor, the first of the film, was probably the best we've seen out here, we have out here. He is in compliance with the Cape Commander's office. He keeps his area very clean. However, the rest of them don't seem to care. I hope something can be done real soon about this. We get this place cleaned up and keep it cleaned up. Now, thank you.